The fourth gate. A voice whispered into my ear from behind. The breath that escaped its mouth ignited into flame. I felt its searing heat. It scorched me, though I no longer possessed a soul to be burned.
Choose your hell from among the hells,
it said. Had I possessed tears, I would have wept, but I did not, and it was far too late for remorse. I had lived exactly 51 years, solely for myself. I had never committed direct cruelty against anyone, yet neither had I ever been a vessel of goodness. Truth be told, I did not like people. Not that I could lie anymore, even if I wished to. My very limbs had declared their independence, betraying me at the slightest fault, exposing every hidden fracture of my being. Had it been so in the world of the living, what would I have done? The thought itself was unbearable. I told you, I did not like people. Of course, I never said it to their faces, because I wanted to be loved by all, obeyed by all, and so I loved lies the most. You look wonderful today. Your work is remarkable. How kind and gentle you are. I love you. What exquisite lies they were. Refined, elegant lies. But they were not as colorful as one might imagine. I realized that only when the gates of hell aligned before me. They were all made of fire. The creature standing behind me began to breathe heavily, its impatience growing palpable. Is there a hell without fire? I asked.
There is,
it replied. I felt joy. How absurd. How utterly absurd. Why did I feel joy? What exactly had I rejoiced in? Hell was still hell. If it lacked fire, who knew what other horrors it concealed? And yet, for years, I had shielded and preserved myself in the world. All to avoid pain. I despised suffering. Not even the faintest trace of sorrow had I allowed into my life. Not wars, not earthquakes, not oppression, not humans, not animals. I had concerned myself with none of it. I had no intention of ever grieving. And I succeeded. I had never been saddened by anything in the world. Perhaps not even a needle had ever pierced my skin. I was that untouched, that ignorant of what pain truly was. The only prayer I had ever uttered in my life was this, that I would not suffer as I died. One single prayer, repeated over years. And it had been granted. I felt no pain as I died. Up to that point, everything had been effortless. But these gates, which one should I choose? When do I leave hell? I asked. How long must I endure? The creature grew furious.
What do you mean? When?
When, I insisted. After a year, a few months. Though it was a warden of hell, it had remained behind me, perhaps to spare me the terror of its visage, until my persistence broke its patience. It stepped before me. I had to narrow my eyes, for its presence scorched my sight. In the abyssal depths of its pitch-black, hollow eyes, I saw its wrath.
There is no time here. Time is over. Life is over. Use the right given to you. Make your choice. You have been granted the privilege to choose one of 4 gates. Choose and enter.
Each exclamation drove into my mind like iron stakes, one after the other. I had not yet grasped what it meant for time to be gone. Do I have the right to ask what lies beyond the gates?
You do. Ask.
Then I asked of the first gate, the crimson one.
Beyond it lies a realm where everything is fire. The air you breathe is flame. The earth is ember. The water is molten lava.
I asked of the second, the deep blue, searing gate.
Beyond it lies a world of stone and rock. Everywhere is filled with jagged edges sharper than the keenest blade. The food is stone, and the water is mud.
I asked of the third, the pitch-black gate.
Beyond it lies darkness, a blind abyss. You will see nothing. You will fall into an endless void without end.
All 3 gates filled me with dread. I thought, my chance to escape pain has been taken from me. I wanted none of them. Only one hope remained, the 4th gate. I asked of the 4th, the weeping gate.
Beyond it lies a realm devoid of hope. If you wish to pass through it, you must leave your hope behind.
So there is no fire, no abyss, no stone, no creature, nothing else that causes pain.
No, nothing. Only your hope will be taken.
I smiled, and I am certain it was a cunning smile. Even in hell, I had managed to land on my feet. I choose that one, I said. I will go there. I felt, no, I saw, the creature's sorrow. Its dreadful face collapsed into something like disbelief and grief. I assumed it was disappointed that it would not be able to roast me in flames. I left my hope in the hands of the warden of hell. And I entered the weeping gate. There was only light, everywhere, light, except for me. Within me, a dark, sightless abyss had opened. I was the darkness within the light. My heart began to burn as though engulfed in infernal flames. Without hope, I could not breathe the breath of existence itself. I could not take even a single step. It was as though thousands of unseen hands were tightening around my throat. Jagged rocks sliced into my feet. I writhed within a swamp, and I was the swamp. There was no time. There was no hope. I had chosen the most terrible gate of hell. I begged to be erased within eternity, but without hope. my plea would never, ever reach anything at all.